Did Jesus really reveal the name of the Antichrist? I will report the facts. You can decide.
All right, let's see it.
In Luke chapter 10, verse 18, Jesus said these words, "And he said unto them, I beheld Satan as lightning falling from the heavens." These words are written in Greek and translated to English. However, Jesus spoke these words originally in Aramaic.
Well, maybe he spoke those words. It's more likely that this is a literary creation of the author of Luke,
which is the most ancient form of Hebrew.
Aramaic is not a form of Hebrew at all. It is another Semitic language like Hebrew, but the two languages originated independently from each other around the same time period, around 1000 BCE.
As you know, the Old Testament was written in Hebrew. If a modern Jewish rabbi were to speak these words of Jesus today, he would speak them in Hebrew, much the same way that Jesus would have spoken them.
Didn't we just get done saying that Jesus spoke Aramaic?
So in Hebrew, Jesus said that he saw Satan falling as lightning from the heights or from the heavens.
Heights and heavens are two entirely different words that mean two different things. There is semantic overlap between the two, but you can't just arbitrarily decide that when you see the word heavens in a text, you can just decide that heights works there as well. That's not how language works.
So what are the words for lightning and heights or heavens in Hebrew? From the Strong's Hebrew Dictionary, word number 1299, a primitive root word meaning to lighten or lightning or to cast forth, the word is barak. In the Strong's Hebrew Dictionary, word number 1300, lightning, or by analogy, a gleam, a flashing sword, or a brightness or a glittering, the Hebrew word is barak. So lightning, or a flash of light, in Hebrew is pronounced barak or barak.
So we just got done saying Jesus spoke Aramaic, and the word for lightning in Aramaic could be barak, but it could also be barakah, depending on the dialect.
Now consider this amazing fact. The book of Isaiah is the source of origin for the Christian concept and understanding of Satan, or Lucifer, as Isaiah calls him.
Isaiah nowhere refers to Satan as Lucifer. The phrase Halel ben Shachar in Isaiah 14:12 means shining one, son of the dawn, and this is a pejorative and sarcastic reference to the hubris of the king of Babylon, comparing him to a deified planet, Venus. In the Septuagint, this is rendered into Greek as Heosphoros, and this is rendered into Latin by Jerome using the Latin name of the deity Venus, Lucifer. Lucifer is not identified as Satan until the 2nd century CE. It is not a biblical concept at all.
In chapter 14, especially in verses 12 through 19. In Isaiah chapter 14, verse 14, Lucifer, or Satan, is credited with these words: "I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High." In the verses of Isaiah that refer directly to Lucifer, several times it is mentioned that Satan has fallen from the heights or from the heavens.
Isaiah does not once refer to Satan in any such way whatsoever.
The Hebrew word used in this text for the heights from which Satan fell is Strong's Hebrew word 1116, pronounced Bama. Bama is most commonly used to refer to a high sacred place, as well as to the heights of the heavens or the clouds. In Hebrew, the letter Wa is often transliterated as a U. Some scholars use the O for this transliteration. It is primarily used as a conjunction to join concepts together. So to join in Hebrew poetry the concept of lightning or barak and a high place like heaven or the heights of heaven, the letter U, or sometimes O, the Hebrew letter Wa, would be used. So, Barak O Bama, or Barak U Bama, in Hebrew poetry, similar to the style written in Isaiah, would translate literally as lightning and the heights or the heavens, or lightning from the heights of the skies or the heavens.
So 3 main problems with this claim. The first is that if you added the Vav conjunction to the word bama, the pronunciation of the bait changes. It is no longer opening a syllable, and so it is pronounced more as a v sound than a b sound. So it would be uvama. Second problem is that bama does not mean heavens, it just means heights. You cannot just arbitrarily render it heavens. Third problem is it would not mean from the heights, it would just mean and heights. To mean from, you would need the preposition min added to the front of bama. So this is laughably ignorant.
The word Satan is Satan in Hebrew, a direct translation.
A direct transliteration.
So back to Jesus' prophecy in Luke chapter 10, verse 18. If spoken by a Jewish rabbi today, influenced by the poetry of Isaiah, he would say these words in Hebrew, the words of Jesus in Luke chapter 10, verse 18 as, "And I saw Satan as Barak Ubama."
Wouldn't sound like that at all. It could sound like Barka means Shemaiah, but Barack Obama has absolutely nothing to do with the Hebrew or the Aramaic of this phrase. Additionally, we know where Barack Obama's name comes from. Barak is based on the letters Beit, Resh, and Kaf, not Kof, which is what the word lightning is based on. It comes from an Arabic word root that means to bless. It means something like blessing. And then Obama comes from Nilotic African language and means something like to bend over or to lean. This is a laughably ignorant conspiracy theory, and the next time you see somebody quoting Strong's Concordance, you can write them off automatically and immediately as not having the first clue what they're talking about. Oh, some additional issues here. The word antichrist only occurs in the epistles of John in the New Testament. It is not used to refer to a single individual. It is not used to refer to Satan. It is used to refer to a type of person, someone who is opposed to or fights against Jesus.